Hi friends, welcome back with another video series and it is about William Wordsworth MCQs. William Wordsworth Life and Work. So this is the part 1 of the series. I hope you will like my efforts and will not forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So here is our first question. Which British university figures in William Wordsworth's Prelude? In the options we have Durham, Glasgow, Cambridge, Oxford. And among the given options, the right one is option C, Cambridge. The Prelude or Growth of Poet's Mind, an autobiographical poem, is in blank verse by the English poet William Wordsworth, intended as the introduction to the more philosophical poem The Recluse, which Wordsworth never finished. The Prelude is an extremely personal work and reveals many details of Wordsworth's life. Wordsworth began the Prelude in the year 1798 at the age of 28 and continued to work on it throughout his life. He never gave it a title but called it the poem to Coleridge in his letters to his sister Dorothy. The poem was unknown to the general public until the final version was published 3 months after Wordsworth's death in the year 1850. Its present title was given to it by his widow Mary. Question number 2. In Wordsworth's Prelude, the boy of Vinegar is affected by, and in the options we have blindness, deafness, muteness, lameness. And the right answer of this question is option C, muteness. The Boy of Vinegar episode is situated in book The Fifth of the Prelude, amidst a meditation about the instructive value of a child's early contact with nature and imaginative literature. Question number 3. The character of the leech gatherer appears in, and in the options we have The Recluse, The Prelude Book 1, Laodamia, Resolution and Independence. And the right answer of this question is option D, Resolution and Independence. Resolution and Independence is a lyric poem by the English romantic poet William Wordsworth, composed in the year 1802 and published in the year 1807 in Poems in 2 volumes. The poem contains 20 stanzas written in modified rhyme royal and describe Wordsworth's encounter with a leech gatherer near his home in the Lake District of England. Question number 4. Bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven. This line is taken from the Wordsworth's poem, namely, and in the options we have American Revolution, French Revolution, Glorious Revolution, Industrial Revolution. And the right answer of this question is option B, French Revolution. Question number 5. In which poem the following line appears? Our birth is but a sleep and forgetting, the soul that rises with us, our life's star. And in the options we have Immortality Ode, The Prelude, Tinton Abbey, The Excursion. And the right one is option A, Immortality Ode. Ode, intimations of immortality from recollections of early childhood, also known as Ode, Immortality Ode or Great Ode, is a poem by William Wordsworth completed in 1804 and published in Poems in 2 volumes 1807. The poem was completed in 2 parts, with the first 4 stanzas written among a series of poems composed in 1802 about childhood. The first part of the poem was completed on 27th March 1802 and copy was provided to Wordsworth's friend and fellow poet St. Coleridge, who responded with his own poem, Dejection and Ode. Question number 6. The poetry of Wordsworth and Coleridge was notably influenced by, and in the options we have Napoleonic Wars, the Glorious Revolution, the French Revolution, Poor Laws. And the right answer of this question is option C, the French Revolution. The French Revolution helped to humanize Wordsworth as his works transitioned from extremely natural experiences to facing the realities and ills of life, including society and the revolution. From then on, his focus became the interest of men rather than the power and innocence of nature. Question number 7. Which romantic poet coined the famous phrase "spots of time"? And in the options we have John Keats, William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, Lord Byron. And the right one is option B, William Wordsworth. Wordsworth had a concept that he called spots of time. These are small, memorable events that occur mainly outdoors and in touch with nature. According to Wordsworth, these spots have lasting quality and are capable of lifting us up when we are fallen. Question number 8. Which of the following statements about lyrical ballads is not true? And in the options we have, it carried only one ballad proper, which was Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. It also carried pastoral and other poems. It carried a preface which Wordsworth added in the year 1800. It also printed from Gray's Elegy written in Country Churchyard. And among the given options, the right one is option D. It also printed from Gray's Elegy written in a country churchyard. Elegy written in a country churchyard is a poem by Thomas Gray, completed in 1750 and first published in 1751. The poem's origins are unknown, but it was partly inspired by Gray's thoughts following the death of the poet Richard West in the year 1742. Question number 9. For nature, then the coarser pleasures of my boyish days, and their glad animal movements all gone by to me was all in all. In these lines from Tinton Abbey Revisited, Wordsworth is talking about, and in the options we have the first stage in his relationship with nature, the second stage in his relationship with nature, both the first and second stages in his relationship with nature, and the third stage in his relationship with nature. And the right one is option C, both the first and second stages in his relationship with nature. Lines Written a Few Miles Above Tinton Abbey is a poem by Wordsworth. The title, Lines Written a Few Miles Above Tinton Abbey, on revisiting the banks of the Wye during a tour July 13, 1798, is often abbreviated simply to Tinton Abbey. Although that building doesn't appear within the poem, it was written by Wordsworth after a walking tour with his sister. Question number 10. William Wordsworth had a deep influence on Thomas Hardy. According to Hardy, a particular poem by Wordsworth was his best cure for despair. Which is that poem? And in the options we have Michael, Tinton Abbey Revisited, The Idiot Boy, The Leech Gatherer. And the right one is option D, The Leech Gatherer. The Leech Gatherer by William Wordsworth is a poem also called Resolution and Independence. composed in 1802 and published in 1807 in Poems in 2 volumes. The poem contains 20 stanzas written in modified rhyme royal and describes Wordsworth's encounter with a leech gatherer near his home in the Lake District of England. Question number 11. Which poem was written after the death of Lord Nelson? And in the options we have Leech Gatherer, Character of Happy Life, Character of the Happy Warrior, none of these. And the right answer of this question is option C, Character of the Happy Warrior. Character of the Happy Warrior is a poem by Wordsworth, composed in 1806 after the death of Lord Nelson and first published in the year 1807. Question number 12. William Wordsworth's brother passed away by. And in the options we have tuberculosis, heart attack, shipwreck, none of these. And the right one is option C, shipwreck. In 1805, the drowning of Wordsworth's favorite brother John, the captain of a sailing vessel, gave Wordsworth the strongest shock he had ever experienced. Question number 13. The World is Too Much With Us by Wordsworth, published in the year. And in the options we have 1806, 1807, 1809, none of these. And the right answer of this question is option B, 1807. The World is Too Much With Us is a sonnet by William Wordsworth. In it, Wordsworth criticizes the world of the first industrial revolution for being absorbed in materialism and distancing itself from nature. The poem was first published in Poems in 2 volumes in 1807. Question number 14. Stern daughter of the voice of God. Where does this line appear? And in the options we have Ode to Lamia, Ode to Adversity, Ode to Stern daughter, Ode to Duty. And the right answer of this question is option D, Ode to Duty. Ode to Duty, written in 1805, published in 1807, is an appeal to the principle of morality for guidance and support. It represents in a measure a recantation of Wordsworth's earlier faith in the spontaneous and unguided impulses of the heart, written at a time when he was coming to feel more and more the need of an invariable standard. Question number 15. The sweetest thing that ever grew beside a human door. This line is taken from, and in the options we have Lucy Gray, The Solitary Reaper, Composed upon Westminster Bridge, none of these. And the right answer of this question is option A, Lucy Gray. Lucy Gray is a poem written by William Wordsworth in the year 1799 and published in his Lyrical Ballads. It describes the death of a young girl named Lucy Gray. So that's all for today. Till next video, take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.